When I first started my real estate business, one of my biggest fears wasn't finding tenants, it was actually the repairs that those tenants might cause. I was worried that a huge expense would pop up before we could afford it, or the tenants would cause very expensive damages. I kept seeing people complain about owning rental real estate for two reasons. Number one, bad tenants. Number two, underestimating how much they had to spend on repairs for their property. From leaky faucets to HVAC replacements, things are going to break, and if you're not saving for those expenses from day one, basically, your cash flow that you have every single month can disappear very quickly because rental property repairs can eat through those profits fast. I knew that I didn't want that to happen to our business, so in this video, I'm breaking down how I'm budgeting for repairs on my first rental property using my real numbers, and I'm going to show you how I organize everything inside of Baselane, my go-to system for managing my rental finances. When we first decided to do this and turned our home into a rental, I quickly realized that keeping track in a spreadsheet was not going to cut it for me. We had money moving in and out of our account constantly, from the mortgage payments to the cleaning supplies to the Home Depot runs, and we finally did have rental income coming into the account as well. I knew that manually tracking everything in a spreadsheet could work, and people do that, but it was not a sustainable system for me long term, especially if I want to scale my real estate business. So when we made that jump and got started with our first home as a rental property, between the cleaning and the finishing projects and all of the basic updates just to get ready to rent, we spent over $8,000 before a single tenant moved in. I knew if that's how we were starting out with this property, then repairs could add up very quickly over time. Even in small properties, the repairs can eat through a few $1,000s a year just on maintenance and wear and tear. So instead of guessing, I wanted to have a plan that made sure we'd always have money ready when something breaks. Luckily, that's exactly what using Baselane helped me to do. It's like having property-specific accounts with built-in accounting systems on the back end and rental property budgeting all in one place. Basically, the first feature I set up inside of Baselane was sub-accounts. I created a dedicated savings account in Baselane just for repairs and capital expenditures. Our rental property currently cash flows about $190 a month, but instead of treating that as income we could take home, I transfer it automatically into that repair sub-account every single month. That is building up money for future repairs, and it's a visual reminder that the money is not mine, it belongs to the property. So when the water heater fails eventually or the roof needs work, the money for those repairs is already waiting inside of my account. This single feature alone makes Baselane worth it for me personally because it prevents me from touching those funds that should stay in the business. But let's be honest, as a new landlord, I had to research how much I needed to save for repairs into those accounts at Baselane. I set up the structure to save for repairs, but as a new real estate investor, I had to research how much I actually needed to save for future repairs into those accounts. Obviously, these are just guidelines, but they give you a good starting point, and it's where I've decided to start as well. There are a few popular rules landlords use to estimate repair costs, and the first is the 1% rule. You save 1% of the property's value each year. The next is the 50% rule. Assume half of your rent income will go to expenses like repairs, management, taxes, and insurance. The next rule you can use is the square foot rule. So that is where you save 1% per square foot annually for maintenance. These are all good rules that give you a guideline that generally mean you need to have a couple $1,000s per year saved up. For our property worth around $200,000, the 1% rule means saving at least $2,000 a year or about $170 per month. Our rental cash flow right now is about $190 per month, so instead of taking that home as income, we're saving it all for those future repairs and capital expenses in order to hit that amount that we need saved based on that rule. This removes a lot of the worry about future repairs because I know I'll have the money set aside for when they come up. Knowing that I have the money automatically going into an account and it will be ready when something breaks feels great. The nice part about using Baselane to put the money aside for future repairs is that Baselane savings accounts are actually high yield. That means your repair fund actually earns money while it sits there waiting to be used. Baselane offers a market-leading APY on savings balances. Rates are tiered based on the plans, and you can currently earn a decent amount depending on your balance and your activity. It's a small detail, but for real estate investors trying to stretch every single dollar as far as you can, it does matter. That repair fund is not just waiting, it's quietly growing as well. So once you have the money starting to save up, then every time you have an expense based on a repair like a Home Depot run or paying a contractor to fix something, I can tag that transaction directly to this property inside of Baselane. This is great because I'm doing my bookkeeping as I go, and because Baselane's bookkeeping categories line up with the Schedule E, everything is already organized for tax time, and all of my repairs are lined up with the categories that they need to be in. At the end of the year, I can just download my cash flow report, my profit and loss statement for my CPA, send it to them, and I am good to go. It's simple, it's visual, and it's keeping me from doing manual bookkeeping later, but also making sure that I'm saving money for my repairs when they come up. And if I ever decide to add to my team as I scale, I can share limited access to my Baselane account with my CPA or any property manager so that they can view the data they need without actually touching the accounts. Then with the cash flow dashboard, I can see every inflow and outflow, so I can instantly see how our property is performing month to month and if the repairs are dragging us down and I haven't saved enough for those expenses. I can even check to see which categories are eating up the most money so that I know what is going on, and it's like having a real-time report card for the property, so I'm more aware of and prepared for the repairs. This repair budgeting system might feel like overkill, and it's honestly not the most exciting thing for most people, but it's what turns a rental from a side hustle into a real business, because when your HVAC dies or the water heater bursts, you're going to be glad you have that cash ready, not panic swiping on a credit card that you're not sure how to pay back, or opening up a HELOC and putting it against your property. By separating out your repair fund, by putting our repair fund into a certain account, I know that the property can sustain itself even when things go wrong and repairs are needed. Having this system in place is the kind of financial confidence I wanted when I decided to actually become a real estate investor and take this leap. So for us, we still have one property, we are saving up money for repairs, and we already have a repair fund that is growing. It feels great, and I'm super excited that I'm able to have this system in place. If you are new to rental properties like I am, then make repair budgeting part of your process from day one. I know that is going to pay off in the long run, and even though it's the least glamorous part of real estate, it's the one that will save us the most stress down the line. If you want an easy way to organize your repair savings and your finances for your rental property, Baselane has been a total game changer for me. You can set up those sub accounts, you can track every expense, and you can download all the reports you need with one click. I will leave my Baselane link below so you can check it out and start managing your rental like a business. You'll also get $100 if you fund your account using my link, so thank you for that, and thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and watch this video next.